You're watching CoinGeek.com with me, Stephanie Tower. We're here in Beijing with Aleksandar Kuzmanovic. He is from the academy and also the founder of Blocks Route. All right, so from an academic perspective, I would really like to get your insights. How do you view blockchain and how do you view the way people respond or the world respond to it?
Well, I was just at a panel there, and I said the original Bitcoin paper would never have been published in academia because we are very picky and we like to say that things are never going to work. So the biggest success of blockchain is that a thing that nobody ever believed could be possible is actually possible. So basically, this is my biggest impression about blockchains.
What do you think it is important to scale, and how do you think other applications are now doing right now in terms of that?
So I definitely belong in this group of people that believes that on-chain scaling is the key to success of blockchains. And oftentimes people go into these technological discussions like, hey, you need this protocol versus that protocol. But the big picture is once there is on-chain scaling, this is an economic argument, which means once there is a lot of scaling, this is when the cost of the transaction is going to go down. So long as this happens, this is when the applications are going to come to the blockchains, and this is when it's really going to make the real impact.
People have been very inquisitive about the blockchain, about Bitcoin, but we've also seen a lot of, there's lacking in terms of education. From your perspective, how are we going to approach this from an academic perspective?
So basically, I belong also again to the camp that is. I'm an academic, but I do have a company, and so we are doing some real stuff, helping blockchains to scale. And from that perspective, I think that I kind of belong to the real world. But there is a little bit of a gap, and actually in academia there is a bit of a misunderstanding on how are we going to teach this new field, what is new about that, how do we do this. But more and more, I see a lot of materials being taught at universities, and you can actually hardly find any top university that doesn't have some blockchain materials being taught to mostly graduate students, but it's coming to undergrads. But what I have noticed is that the interest is super huge. I mean, students kept going after me like, hey, what about this, what about that? And so there is a lot of interest, which is good for the field because then tomorrow they're going to come to different blockchain companies and they're going to work there. So I think that's very important.